yeah. There we go. I'm ready. All right, guys. So if you've been watching any of the other episodes on advanced training techniques, we've been talking about how to get bigger arms. So we talked about first how to build a peak on your biceps. The next video we talked about how to build wider biceps. Then we went on to talk about the other muscles in your arm, which are your brachialis and your brachioradialis, which also help with flexion. Then the last video we talked about triceps, and at the end of that video I promised you guys that I would take everything that we learned in these kind of like nerdy videos and we would bring it all out into the gym. So that's what we're doing. We're doing arms today. So today's workout, we're gonna actually superset back and forth between biceps and triceps. So I'm gonna start first with biceps, and we're gonna start with an exercise that focuses on width. We're gonna start with dumbbell preacher curls. I don't have an actual preacher bench here in this gym, so what I do is I use an incline bench. Well, this bench just isn't cooperating. Come on, fucker. Get in the hole. That's what she said. I'm gonna start a little bit lighter. I'm gonna try 30 here. For every exercise, I usually do 4 total sets per exercise. Now, the first set I like to call like a recruitment set. Most people do a warm-up set. They do a really light weight and they'll do a bunch of reps and they just try to loosen up. I like to make every set count. So for a recruitment set, I do use a lighter weight and higher reps, but I'm not doing it just to warm up. I'm doing it because I really want to get that mind to muscle connection, really tune in on the muscle and feel it burn. So it's all about feeling. If you can learn how to feel your muscle work, that's the key to muscle growth. So first set, I always make it about, really focusing on good form, getting that squeeze, making it burn. So 20 reps. 19. Really turn that pinky up. 18. There we go. On my next set, I'm gonna jump over and I'm gonna do my first exercise for triceps. So I'm gonna start with a rope push down. So same thing as biceps. Pick a weight that I can do 20 reps with. It's gonna be 4 total sets of these as well. So now we're supersetting. So back and forth. So now I'm going to my second set, which is my first working set. I'm gonna go up in weight. I wanna pick a weight that I can do 10 reps with. It should be hard by the time I hit 7 and then squeeze out 3 more. If I can do 10 reps easy, then it's too light. 9, 1 more rep. Yep. So that was the right weight. 10, should be hitting that wall, but still using good form. If you get sloppy with your form, then it's a little heavy. Just drop down a hair and weight. Coming back to triceps pushdowns, same thing. I did 20 reps. This is my first working set. I want you to get your elbows right at your sides. Keep them there. My elbows don't move. They stay right in that same spot. They're not coming out here in front of me like this. This is bad form. This isn't bad form, this is shit form. This is even shittier. All right? All right, nice and upright, elbows at your sides, push down, squeeze out. Okay, back over here. This is gonna be my third set. Again, I'm going for 10 reps. I don't go all the way down because you don't wanna overstretch the muscle and the tendons. So I stop just short. So still have a little bend in my elbow. This also keeps constant tension on the muscle the whole time. There it is. Oh. That one was ugly. Now I'm gonna go back, do my third set of triceps pushdowns, which will be my second working set. Good form. Oh yeah. So that was set 3. I got 1 more of each. Now this last set, I'm going back to the weight that I used on my first set. But instead of doing 20 reps, by this point, I should be fatigued enough because of my other 3 sets that I should only be able to get about 15 reps. So that's a perfect weight. That's when you know you pick the right weight and you put the right amount of work in with minimal rest. That's called getting it done. Except I'm not done. Last set over here. Same thing, 10 reps. You should be feeling like you want to quit. But then you just keep going, you get that 5 extra. That's 15. So set 1, recruitment. Sets 2 and 3 are your working sets. Going back to your original weight for set 4 is your burnout set. So as my first superset, we're gonna come over here. We're gonna use the incline bench again. First set, recruitment set, 20 reps. So I like to do these both arms at the same time because it's twice as fast. If I do single arms like this, that takes twice as long. So I like to do both arms at the same time. And that counts as 1 rep, by the way. There's 2. Okay, that's 15. Sometimes you just gotta shake it out. I could have gone a little lighter on this first set. So I got 5 more to go. That's 20. Yowzer! Feeling that. Feel that area that you're trying to work. Like right now, I feel that on the outside, the long head of the biceps. I don't feel it on the inside, I feel it out here. And that's what you're trying to work. If you want to develop, you know, that peak in your biceps right here on the outside, that's what this is for. Just like our first superset, I'm gonna go into a superset again, but now I wanna go into an exercise that's going to work the long head of my triceps. In order to do that, the best way to do it is put your arm over your head. My favorite exercise is using a cable machine, doing a single arm overhead. Literally use your other hand and put it right where that muscle is. You wanna, with your fingers, feel that muscle contracting, and sometimes that really helps develop that mind-muscle connection. So 20 reps. So that was my recruitment set for both exercises. Now I'm gonna come back here and I'm gonna do my second set, which is my first working set. So I'm gonna jump up and weight and go in for 10 reps. Now some people say, hey, I notice you close your eyes all the time when you work out. Kind of twofold. One, helps me kind of focus, I don't get distracted, really put my mind into the muscle, and 2, I got sweat in my eyes, so it was burning. All right, so set number 2 on these, working set, so 10 reps. Back to, this is set number 3. Okay, that's 9. So I shake it out, otherwise my form's gonna turn to shit. Turn to shit anyway, but look, everyone gets on YouTube and they tell you about what to do, but they don't tell you why, and they certainly don't come in here and do it with you. And that's what I want to do, is actually come into the gym and we'll just work out together, which is what we're doing right now. This is my 4th and final set, my burnout set on biceps. So I still have my original weight down here. I still got those 25s that I used on set number 1. So going back to those, picking those up, and shooting for 15 reps. 8, over the hump, that's over halfway. I'm just gonna have to sling this last one out. Don't judge my form. If you don't like being uncomfortable, if you don't like the feeling of that lactic acid, if you don't like the pain of pushing for those last extra reps, then you're never gonna get the gains that you could. So, if you wanna make progress, you gotta come out here and you gotta kick your own ass. It's that simple. This is my final set. This is my burnout set, 15 reps. Set number 1, I started with 25. That was too light. Let me try to make up for it. 15 reps, I'm gonna jump up to 40. We'll see if I can get to 15. You know what, fuck that. We'll go 45. Let's not take any chances. Next exercise. We've done an exercise with our arms out in front of us to develop width in the biceps, working the short head of the biceps. We've done them with arms behind us to work the long head of the biceps and build a peak. Now, exercise to work both, that's gonna be kind of a neutral position. And a neutral position is literally with my arms at my side. And that's gonna be a standing curl. Just like our other exercises, you guys already know the routine now. Set number 1, recruitment set, which is how many reps? That's right, 20. Notice my elbows are staying at my sides. I'm not swinging them out in front of me. This is using momentum. When your elbows end up out here, that means you swung it up here. Don't do this. Keep your elbows down at your side. 18, 19, 20, oh. So I'm gonna go back to another exercise that really works the lateral head. This is gonna be a neutral position. Now if I put my arm behind me, that's also gonna help isolate that lateral head a little bit. A lot of people do dumbbell kickbacks. I don't feel these. You wanna really feel that squeeze, and I can never feel the squeeze very well with dumbbells. So what I prefer is the cables, because I've got tension all the way through the range of motion. So I'm gonna come over here, I'll show you how to do a kickback using the cable. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. This exercise is all about technique. Don't try to go heavy on this because your technique's gonna be off. Start light. I like to use my other hand, rest it on my knee, leaning forward, I keep my chin up. I wanna keep my elbow right next to my side. It's not gonna be here in front of me. Your starting position is elbow right next to your hip, and that's where your elbow is gonna stay the entire time. I don't wanna see it come forward and then back. Keep your elbow tight, and from here, squeeze back. Oh yeah. Coming back to my easy curl, standing curls. You already know where we're at. Where are we at? We're at our first working set. Don't just go into the gym and don't do something just because someone told you to do it, just because they're big or they're strong. Sometimes those people don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're just doing it because someone told them to do it and it happened to work for them. Just because they're big doesn't mean that the technique is good. Second set, second working set, third total set. 10 reps. I just got one more. Come on, James. There it is. Come back over on curls, strip this off, which my very first set was a little heavy, so this one's gonna be murder. All right, let's get it done. Last set of these. 15. So we're done with both of these. Now, video number 3, we talk about the brachialis and brachioradialis. So that's what I want to do right now. And the way I like to finish off my arms is with a set of reverse curls using the same easy curl bar. I don't do a straight bar. Use an easy curl. This is gonna be real light. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm not gonna do the 20, 10, 10, 15. Here, I'm just gonna focus on 2 burnout sets of 20 reps, keeping it nice and light, focusing on good form. Now I'm gonna superset these right over here on a dip. Same thing, I'm gonna do 20 of these. We're just gonna do 2 sets. So 2 sets of 20 on reverse curls, 2 sets of 20 here on dips. Let's come right back over here. Let's finish this thing up. 19. Oh man, you'll really feel those too. If you do them right and you focus on lightweight, you're gonna feel it right underneath your biceps. You're gonna feel that burn on the outside right here, right in between your biceps and the lateral head of your triceps. All right, last set of these, 20 reps. Squeeze them at the top. Oh man, that is an arm workout right there. All right, so if you've been following this series on advanced training techniques, then you'll kind of already know the format. I'll go through, I'll talk about an individual body group, then I'm gonna bring it into the gym like we did today. So if you haven't watched them before, go back and watch the other videos. That's gonna make this workout make a whole lot more sense. If you have been following along, well then keep following. We're gonna jump into our next body parts. We'll go through the advanced training techniques for each, and then we'll do the same thing. We're gonna bring it here into the gym, and I'm gonna show you how to get it done. So stay tuned until next week. I'm not sure which body part I'm gonna be bringing you next week. I gotta think about it. It's either gonna be chest or it's gonna be shoulders. You'll just have to wait and find out. There we go.